Mr. Leader.
After March, we saw, I don't think I'm overstepping in saying this, some trust issues between House Democrats and Senate Democrats, and certainly with Senator Schumer. Has that trust been restored at this point as you enter into this week?
Yes.
Mr. Leader. What the Republicans are proposing is just an extension of funding for 7 more weeks. Why is it worth shutting down the government? Why not just agree to that and then have negotiations over the ACA later? Thune has said that he'll talk about the ACA extension.
The Republicans have made their intentions clear as it relates to health care of the American people. They want to destroy it. Republicans have spent the entire year destroying the health care of the American people. Our position is clear. Cancel the cuts, lower the cost, save health care. Not too complicated to understand. The spending bill that was defeated in the Senate is dead on arrival. It doesn't have Democratic support. And so it's unclear to me why Republicans have fled Washington, D.C., why House Republicans have decided to cancel votes next Monday and Tuesday on the eve of government funding running out, and why Donald Trump agreed to a meeting in the White House to try to get to a resolution in a bipartisan way, and then pulled the plug on the meeting with an unhinged statement that he issued on social media. Something is really wrong with these folks. Like, we are here, I'm here, Washington, D.C., not hard to find. This is a district work period. We're ready, willing, and able to have a conversation to see if we can find common ground in a bipartisan way to reach a spending agreement that meets the needs of the American people. Republicans have decided they don't want to even have a conversation with Democrats to reach a bipartisan agreement. No one in America thinks that's reasonable. It's an inherently unreasonable position. My way or the highway. And they think that what? We're supposed to, as Democrats, abandon our fight to protect the health, the safety, and the economic well-being of the American people when all Republicans have done this year is break promises? Donald Trump promised to lower costs on day one. Costs aren't going down in America, they're going up. Inflation is going up. Life has become more expensive under Donald Trump and Republican policies. And that includes health care premiums, which are about to skyrocket because of Republican policies and their decision to continue to gut the health care of the American people. We find that unacceptable. Cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care.
But just to follow up, there's no new policy in this CR. It's just an extension of spending.
Here's what's interesting.
So if you see all Republicans supporting
Republicans are lying about the notion that this continuing resolution is a clean bill. It's not a clean bill, it's a dirty one. There was a bipartisan agreement that was reached in December by Democrats and Republicans, signed into law by President Joe Biden. Any extension of funding connected to that December bill would be a bipartisan extension. That would be a reflection of spending levels achieved under the previous administration. In March, House Democrats strongly opposed and rejected the partisan spending bill that moved out of the House and went over to the Senate and was ultimately signed into law. Because, in our view, it represented an attack on veterans, an attack on women, infants, and children, an attack on child care, an attack on housing, and an attack on health care. That's why Democrats voted against it. So if they're continuing a policy related to legislation that they passed in the House on a partisan basis, how is that clean? It's not clean. It's dirty. It's not bipartisan. It's partisan. And their underlying appropriations bills, including as it relates to health care, in this appropriations process right now, represented an attack on public health infrastructure, an attack on the Centers for Disease Control, an attack on the National Institute of Health and an attack on vaccine availability. Republicans are up to their same dirty tricks as it relates to attacking and assaulting the health care of the American people, and we're not going to let the American people be fooled. With this track record that they have, that they want to have a good faith conversation about health care, and we should trust them. That would be foolish on our part.